Game collecting for me hasn't always been about collecting the good stuff. A lot of the times it's about collecting the bad stuff that no one else wants, just the dumb things. That's really the stuff that I prefer to show off, because there's more of a story there. I love collecting just dumb little gizmos that have a story, especially with video games or just video game related that no one else wanted or would think to keep. That's kind of the stuff that I kind of gravitate towards. And I do like the good stuff too, but not everyone's video game collection consists of Sonic air fresheners. Give it a sniff, he's got the new car smell. So I want to show off a bunch of stuff in my video game collection today. Whether it's just the good stuff, the bad stuff, or just the dumb stuff. That's my favorite things. One of the first things I wanted to show off actually is Wii Fit. But it looks a little different, doesn't it? Yeah, this is Wii Fit, spelt W-E-E, made by Fitendo. I had just recently remembered how I came across this. This was actually a page in one of my magazine books as a kid. That you can rip out. It's so interesting. It's got all sorts of like warnings on the back, like do not throw the Wii tantrum board at people, pets, or law enforcement officers. I mean, this is just like, it's really fun. It's just a little thing to convince your friends that you have this is a real game and you bought it. And I love that. And it's also got, it had two sides, but of course I gravitated towards the Wii side. I'll show off the other side here. Children of the Candy Corn. It's very weird. It's like trying to convince someone that this is an actual movie that you watched. 8 out of 9 dentists have enjoyed this movie and urge you to watch it after every meal. It's just like, okay, it's interesting. It's not an actual video game product, but it's got a story behind it. And I like that. I like that a lot. One of the highlights for me, though, has always been cards. I don't know what's about them that I really enjoy, but like, I don't know, trading cards have always been something that I've really enjoyed, and I had this like ongoing just thing that I really liked watching unboxing videos for cards, and yeah, video game cards, amazing. These ones came inside of cereal boxes, I believe in the early 90s or 80s. So yeah, there's just 3 little cards. There's the Mario variant and the Zelda one. These are pretty cheap. Yeah, you can easily pick these up out in the wild. Yeah, they're not too expensive. I love these kind of things. And one that I don't want to talk about too much is the Super Mario Melee Battle cards. These things are amazing. They're so strange. Yeah, it's a card game featuring Super Smash Bros. Melee cards. I don't want to spoil too much of them because I plan on doing my own video on this, but they're just a weird little product. It's not a fun game by any means, but it's definitely one of my highlighted games that I have. This one was crazy expensive. It was like 120 bucks. But I will buy anything if it's dumb enough, and this was dumb enough for me. Last thing on cards for a bit, did you know that there was a Fire Emblem card game? Yeah, I had planned on giving this its own video, and then I realized that I can't really speak Japanese, so I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna do any commentary on this. So I'm like, alright, well maybe I'll just react to all the different cards that are in here. I don't know anything about this game, but there was nothing but like 20 Marths and a million Ikes and whatnot, so I was like, nope, this video is not gonna work out, I have to scrap it. But you know, I still have the cards, that's nice, they're weird, I didn't know they exist, but they're Japanese only, so that's probably why I didn't know they exist. My most obscure and rare Pokemon thing that I own is Pokémon! Gotta make them all! I think that's what it is. There's a big old $1 sticker on there. It's not actually that rare or expensive, but it's hilarious. There's also a mustard stain on the back here. That's really gross. I hate it. I have no idea what this is. I haven't even thrown it in my computer. I can't throw it in my computer. Make your own Pokemon cards, stickers, keychains, certificates, signs, tattoos, and much more. Pokemon cards? What? What? Yeah, you just throw this inside your computer and you just make a bunch of stuff Pokemon related. This is freaking hilarious. I cannot suggest it enough. Really good. It's good stuff. Up next, the dumb Pokemon thing I own is... Yeah! This is a Pokemon popcorn ball maker. I doubt I will ever use this. This is something I absolutely love though. If I ever were to use it, I'd use it on the show. But I love these kind of stuff, and then I just love keeping it inside the box. Pokemon popcorn ball thing, fantastic. This is huge, it's bulky, and it's staying up there where it will forever be safe. With this guy, you think he's Mega Man, right? He's very Mega Man-esque, and then you remove cover his face, and it's actually evil, you discover. And you're like, oh, I'm not okay with that. This is Mega Man. I found this at a thrift store one day, and he was facing like this, right? And then I like went to grab his foot, and then we met eyes with each other, and I saw that big pouty lip, and I was like, I have to get this. I need to get this. I wanted this because there was clearly a story behind this, right? So I'm like, all right, I picked it up. I'm gonna play with him. I'm gonna see what he's all about. What I could find was, I think this was inside like a loot box and yeah, they just thought this was a great face for Mega Man, and I can't help but agree with them. It's, oh man, he's my favorite just collectible I own. He's amazing. He's so good. Shoes! I don't understand the shoe collecting scene. I've had friends that were shoe collectors. I've never understood it, but they're out there and good for you. I know this is actually somewhat of a nice collector's item for some people. I liked it because I thought it was dumb, but some people like really just can't get enough of these kind of things. So I was like, yeah, staying in the box. I wore them once. They're absolutely amazing. They're just the Mario shoe, and I thought that was so good. Probably won't wear them just because I think they're so amazing. They're not gonna go on my feet. And apparently that's a big thing in shoe collector scene where they don't wear them, and then other shoe collectors get upset that shoe collectors don't wear their shoes. But I'm not a shoe collector. I'm a video game collector. There's a difference. Slight. Both of them are a little dumb. Just kidding. Love you shoe collectors out there. You do you, man. You do you. This guy right here is the Wonkazoid. I freaking love this little console. So it was a little console that Nestle made in the early freaking 2000s. Yeah, it was a candy dispenser that played video games. The video games on here are not good whatsoever. But yeah, it was just kind of made for like the Christmas holiday like shopping season. And the fun thing about this was, I remember it as a kid, and I looked up all the commercials for it, and I was like, no one has a video on this talking about this thing. No one has talked about this ever. I'm like, that's really interesting. I want to be the first to talk about it. That video didn't do too good, but like, no, whatever. It's a fun little console. I highly encourage you, if you guys are even remotely curious about this thing, you can watch that video. I don't think it's aged super well, but still, it's I'm a little proud of that one. Yeah, it's just a dumb console. Love dumb things. Love dumb things. Speaking of dumb things, I had to go into the crawl space to grab this guy. It's, oh man, I don't even know if you can see it all. Yeah, no, this is one of those things that you find at McDonald's. It's Super Mario, and when I grabbed this, I was like, no freaking way. I'm actually gonna put it down here. You guys can still, yeah, you guys can still kind of see it. I really wanted it because it was, oh, gross, look at that. Oh, gross. I wanted it because it was one of those things that no one else would probably have, right? I'm like, what a weird, obscure collectible. Heck yeah, I can't wait to pick this up. Picked it up. Where am I gonna put this? There is no place for me to put this. And then right after that, even though I think it's super cool, I'm like, I don't want this thing anymore. It's just taking up space. None of them work. They don't come out. They're all super glued on there. But yeah, I mean, you know, not even pretty. Oh, I guess she turns a bit. But yeah, I mean, I technically own all of these. Oh, do you even have a switch under you? He doesn't! Oh, why? Oh, no. This guy... Yeah, this guy totally has a switch under him. But yeah, it's just a little display piece, and I don't know what to do with it, and that's fantastic. Wow. By far, though, I think one of my favorite things to collect are actually consoles... obscure consoles, right? So ones that, you know, of course you have your like Virtual Boy or, you know, the Dreamcast, you know, those are well known. They're made by like big companies, right? But it's consoles that aren't as well known. So some that come to mind are the Zeebo or even the Wendy, right? So I love those too, and I always wanted to get my hands on those. But if I can't get my hands on those, there's a lot of cheaper, obscure consoles out there that not a whole lot of people know about. And one of my favorites, one of my all-time favorites is the V-Smile. Look at this orange cube. I absolutely love him. He is one of my favorite things. It's an edutainment console for children. Obviously, a lot of these games aren't going to be that fun on here. You never know unless you try all of them. And I am slowly completing a full collection on here. This is actually a very cheap console to collect for. Mostly because no one wants it, right? Here are a few of the frickin' games that you'll get for this thing. There's like the Wonder Pets, Wubsy, Scooby-Doo. And the weird part is, all of these have different colors to them, right? So there's a red one, an orange one, and a purple one, right? And the orange one is for like, all of them have accessories for them. So if you have a specific colored like cartridge, it's gonna have an accessory specifically for that. Like this one has a reading accessory for it. So you plug in like this weird electric book so you can read along with something on the big screen. It's so bizarre. This one is for moving. So I don't know if there's actually like Wii moving control like kind of thing controller for this, or if it's for like a portable console, which I know there is one. And there's like different console variants for this. So there's this is the classic one, which has like the orange and it's got like things that you can put inside and like, oh, it's amazing. You can plug it in, or like there's even batteries for it. Or there's a cheaper yellow one that has like lower battery, like not the bulky batteries, but the 4 little like small ones. And this isn't the only console variant of these. There's so many. There's pink ones, there's like brown ones. They're so weird. This console is amazing in my opinion. I want to know everything about it. I want to play every game for it, and I won't stop until I own all the games. Of course, I have stopped recently, but I almost own all of them, including some of the like, you know, the SpongeBob ones and whatnot. But I love these guys so much. I love edutainment consoles for some reason. I think they're amazing. I have a bunch, including this guy's big brother called the V-Flash, which is actually a 3D edutainment console, and it only released with 6 games. It's amazing. I have it over there. If you guys want to see it, ask me to do it in another episode, because I'll go even more detail in it. But oh man, one of these days I'm going to review this, I'm going to review this, I'm going to review all my edutainment consoles because they're just so amazing. And of course, when you guys think of edutainment consoles, the number one thing that pops up half the time is for the Leapster. Apparently there's a console version of the Leapster, because typically it's a handheld, but there is a console version out there that connects to the TV. I want to get my hands on it. I don't have a whole lot of Leapster games, but I do have a few like kind of cool, like My Amusement Park. That sounded fun, so I was like, yeah, of course I'm gonna pick up My Amusement Park. But the best one of my collection by far is Sonic for the Leapster. It is a Sonic game, edutainment and all, on the frickin' Leapster. I want to get this so bad, so frickin' bad. But one of these days we will. Again, there's so many edutainment consoles out there. I want to get my hands on all of them, but for the time being, this is just a little peek at some of them because they're just, oh, they're so good. They're so good. Last edutainment thing I'll show off today, I promise, is the LeapTV. This cost me $80 at a pawn shop. I don't know why he was selling it for so much. This is amazing. It doesn't have that many games for it as well, but the controller like flip-flops. It's so weird. Apparently it's got 100 games on it, but as far as physical games go, it doesn't have as much, but I can't imagine this console being any good. That's why I'm very excited to look at it one of these days. It's just so amazing. It's so good. It's so good. Another one of my favorite things that Nintendo's done back in the day for the Nintendo 64 is release VHSs of advertisements for their game. So, before there was Nintendo Directs, before there was the internet, they had to advertise their games in some way. So, there was commercials, there was the book, the Nintendo Power Magazine, and for a short period of time, they decided to release VHS tapes, which are just so amazing. I love looking at these things so much. I have no idea how many they actually made, but I have a decent amount here. I think they, like, look pretty decent, and it has that 90s flair. Like, everything's spelt with a Z, you know. Hot, new Nintendo, News 64. News with a Z. And the end with the, you know, the Nintendo 64 logo. But oh man, I absolutely love these things. Oh, they're so amazing. This one's still in, hasn't been taken out. It's just got this like little thing still to it. So it's brand new. Got it for like $5. So if that's any indicator of how expensive these are. I don't know if I own them all, but I do own a good chunk. But they're just so amazing. I love these. I want to look at them one day for the show, but for the time being, this is just a little showcase of them. Look how nice they are. Ah, so amazing, so amazing. Another one of my favorite things, video game shows, like TV shows, cartoons. There's a lot actually. One of my favorites. Oh, The Legend of Zelda. This DVD was made by a company called Cookie Jar, which is utterly fantastic. They have almost 3 hours of footage on here of the show. And yeah, look, I mean, it's right there, just one DVD. How they squeeze 3 hours of content on this small little DVD? Amazing! Fantastic! Thank you, Cookie Jar, for making this. And of course, there's a ton, right? There's like the Koopa Chronicles. I have some like standalone DVDs. Like the actual Mario Super Show, you know, the Sonic movie, that was fantastic. The first one, not the live action one, even though that one's pretty good though. It's still pretty good. A Street Fighter, I had no idea Street Fighter had his own TV show. I mean, I showed off a few of these on my like game room tour, but freaking love them. And like, yeah, some of the highlights is the full season of the shows, you know. I wonder if there's any, oh no, this is volume 2. I was like, is there any overlap? No, volume 2. So yeah. These are fantastic. I love them so much. Oh, mwah, mwah, so good. I haven't watched a whole lot of them, unfortunately. Again, I showed this thing off during my game room tour, but this, man, you gotta love it, right? This isn't something I would buy myself. This was a gift, but you know, it's got Nintendo all over it, so I'm like, yeah, of course I gotta keep it. It's Barbie, but it's a Nintendo's collector set of Barbie, so you know, that's cool. I'm confident in my masculinity, thank you. Very happy I own this. Don't play with Barbies. But if you do play with Barbies, good on you. Man or woman, I don't care. You play with Barbies. And you have pride. Have pride in it. Fantastic. Oh, one of my favorite. So good, so good. Good Garbo. This was one of the reasons why I felt like during my early years of collecting, I just threw money away because I saw things that I thought were funny and cool, and I picked them up. This is a Game Boy cookie mug. So it's a mug, and you can put a cookie in it where the cartridge goes, and that's about it. And it's made by Nintendo, and we'll actually open it up. This will probably be one of the only times I will open it up. There it is. Wow, there's no like wrapping or anything in here to keep it safe. There he is. Wow, and there's like the little cookie you put in there. It's dumb, and I love it. I love this kind of crap. But yeah, I'm left-handed. Yeah, you'd be right-handed to drink like that. But yeah, since I'm left-handed, I hold it like this. It's not gonna work. This is not left-handed friendly. Sucks. Garbage product. Thank you, Nintendo. Love you. So much garbage stuff. So little time. I'm going to show you the last thing. As always, I got plenty of stuff here. If you ever want me to show anything off, I will always do it. If you want a cool video, if you want another dumb video, if you just want like a weird video, I got plenty of stuff that I can show off. But the last thing I will is this guy. This guy. I haven't shown him off in forever. This is from Fallout. Infamously from Fallout 76. This is actually the helmet I did not expect this box to be so big when I got here. I thought it'd be like, you know, a motorcycle helmet size kind of thing. This thing was huge. I'm actually gonna open it up. I don't know where to put him half the time. It's so big. It comes with a poster. It comes with a freaking, like, military men people. It's weird. I hope you guys don't mind foil, or whatever it is. There it is. There we go. I'm gonna put that over there and take this guy out and move the box somewhere else. Yeah, here he is. He's freaking huge. He's giant. I bought this secondhand. The guy really didn't want it. He's like, take it off my hands. I bought it for 70 bucks. This thing is gigantic. I understand now why he didn't want it, because it's huge and it just takes up so much room. But it's freaking amazing. How do I turn it on? There's a way to turn it on, I swear. Hello? Is it down here? Check. Check, 1 2 1 2. Hello? Hello? It does. It's not working. It's typically the voice like changes, unless it is changing. I just can't hear it. Hold on, let's try again. Batteries just might be dead. Is all. Check 1 2 1 2. Can you? Nah, I don't think. All right. Well, anyways, yeah, he didn't want it, and this thing is too big. I don't know where to put it either. But I got really immersed in the world of Fallout, and this was like, I needed to get my hands on this, even though it might be covered in asbestos. Allegedly. I don't know. I figured that out a week later after I got it. And in hopes of me not getting sick, I'm gonna take this thing. Man, is it supposed to get this dizzy, or like... Hey guys, I'm very close to 1,000 subscribers, and that is kind of my goal by the end of the year, and the end of the year is coming, so if you guys want to help out, hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed it, or hit the like button or whatever. But regardless, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in another video. Goodbye.